is Christian Ochiagha. I'm an actor, live on W Productions, titled Price of Desire. I'm playing the character Henry. Amazing guy. Nasty guy at some point. Then along the line he made a choice for himself. I think he was, should I use indecisive? No boy, I think he wanted an easy life. But then again, when you desire for an easy life, it comes at a cost. Which the big question is, are you willing to pay the price? Along the line, he made his choice. That's why I want you guys to go see the film to find out what choice he made. Interesting story. Realistic. Yes, relatable. I think it's more than a single word actually. I'll call it true life lesson. Yes. There's a price for everything. Yeah. Just like the way the Bible gave us freedom. Freedom of everything for us to make choice. There's freedom of good and evil. So what's the price? In terms of this film, the freedom, what are you going with? Good or evil? So that's it. I don't want to do it because I went through a lot a few months ago, and it's more like a reconciliation with my creator, with God. So I cut down on the kind of roles I play. Then I became extremely picky about characters. I know I've done a couple lately. But when I saw the story and I read the story, it's very interesting. So for me, it's not really about maybe some of the dealings in the story, but it's because of the weight and the story, the message the story carries. In respect to the high rise of moral decadence in society. So I feel the need to want to delve into this character and let the world see, or let people who exist in Henry's skin see what they look like on screen and have a feel of what the result should be if they don't choose right. So that's the intention. That was why I chose the story. I decided to, let's do this. Boy. Sometimes the heart can be intrinsically wicked and deceptive, which I don't think it's even necessary for us to follow our feelings. I wouldn't advise anybody to follow your feelings. Instead, I will tell you there's only one situation that will oppose following our heart and feelings. And I think that should be in Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In your ways be true and you will make your path straight. So I would like to see Henry eventually stop following his heart and probably follow the universe lead. And he made a very good choice. So I like the character. I would say he's a playboy who later made a wise choice for himself and for posterity.
Do not mistake my rage for desire. Get lost! I said, get lost right now! And stay out!
People like Henry sometimes don't really end up well, irrespective of the film we created. There are some persons that may find their way and survive after making wise decisions, as Henry did in this film. Some people die eventually following that route. So I would say in what we do, we should be patient. Forget about the easy life. There is nothing like easy life. But all I say is respect the process and enjoy it, because that's all that matters in the long run. And then all we do is seek wisdom. I think wisdom will guide us best. When you reconcile with your God, everything it's as if you become cautious of act, words, behavior, or behaviors, or traits that don't align with his ways. I don't know if you understand me. Yeah, so there's this guilt sometimes that would want to come. God might be upset with this, you understand? God might be upset with this act, or the kissing and the whole thinking and all of that. And then I remind myself, it's more like a voice inside trying to remind me again, this is not who you are. You remember, you're doing your job. And once you're done, you unwear that mask and drop it and don't let it follow you and don't let it crawl or creep into your personal lifestyle that is Christian. So I had to find a barricade and say, okay, Henry, you stay here. Christian is here. When I'm ready to go walk, I delve into Henry's world and I pick it up. Once I'm done, Henry, bye, I'm done with you. So that's it. That's the only challenge, per se. It's more like a challenge of guilt. I'll be alright at the end of the day. I've worked with Lady Ukeri and Novi before, severally. And I think I've worked with Miss Ola Daniels. Yes, I've worked with her. I think we did a job last year. Yeah, a phenomenal actress. These are experienced people, not just as an actor, but as individuals. Experienced people who have journeyed through life to some extent to know that making life difficult for people is just apparently useless. So they made life super, super easy and made the filming gracious. I would like to put it that way. Everything. From the story, they got it right from the story. The primary thing in filmmaking, if you miss the story, you miss everything. So the story is king. The story is the foundation. Like I would normally say, I think you need the three important elements to make a film. The story. So the story is right and the crew members, they came correct. Amazing people. Even the man behind this interview, who I discovered is from Ori, close to my hometown. Amazing guy also. The DOPs, the director himself, Mr. Bussy. We've worked together before. Amazing. Mama V. I mean, the EP, they took care of me. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm filming. Yes, sometimes it can be over-exaggerated. Why? Because I think pressure, insecurity, and not owning our own identity and embracing our culture can be a big limitation or big challenge towards that. And while some who are well-grounded, I would like to put it grounded, because as a filmmaker, if you're well-grounded and you understand identity and your belief system, then you stay true to your cultural values and all, and protect it as much as you can. So I think it's just, it can go both ways. It depends on the filmmakers or it depends on the production company. Yes, I think now they're beginning to travel well globally. Now, come on, we'll see what the likes of Lady Funke Akindele is doing. Now, to Abraham, now we have about 2 movies now grossing 1 billion, if I'm correct, in a year. That's beautiful. That can attract more investors to say, okay, this is a marketable industry. This is a marketable entertainment sector that can attract global investors to want to come in. Yes, I know the drama involving some investors and all of that. I wouldn't want to mention their names here. Yeah, but we're beginning to attract a global audience, I would say. And it's a good thing. It's a good step towards the right direction. It's about the time. Let's see where that takes us. Okay. I am being optimistic because the words carries power and I'm speaking it into existence. I do hope that this film travel far and wide, not just Nigeria, Africa, but the world, because it's a good film. It's a good story, brilliantly told. So I'd like for the world to see it, to enjoy, and to learn. It's that film where I think next 10 years it still has value. That's how you know you've made a good film. When you think of the film or you look at it, it has that rewatch value. Yes. So I think it's a film for the world. That's my vision for it. I want to travel far and wide in a way that it even creates more opportunities, not just for myself, but for everyone involved in the project, and for the country and for the industry at large. Because a good film coming from a particular production gives the industry good reputation. I'm honored to be part of this beautiful project, Price of Desire, as directed by Basi India. I enjoyed working with everyone, and of course I enjoy the fact that you guys are listening and watching. And if you're watching and you've not seen Price of Desire, what are you waiting for? Go see it. Thanks guys. I'm gonna call you as a little man that I am.